It started subtly, a cough, not the kind that sent shivers down your spine, but a persistent tickle in your throat. People dismissed it as a common cold, a seasonal flu. Little did they know a monster was stirring in their lungs, a mutated strain of tuberculosis deadlier than any seen before. Days turned into weeks. The cough lingered, evolving into something more sinister, a hacking, guttural sound that echoed in crowded streets and quiet homes. Breathing became labored, each inhale a Herculean task. Then came the fever, a burning inferno that consumed the body from within. Panic started to brew. Whispers of a new plague spread like wildfire. People began avoiding each other, their fear palpable in the air. But the disease was insidious, spreading through the very air they breathed, leaving no one safe. The world watched in horror as the death toll climbed. What was once a whisper became a deafening roar, the harbinger of an apocalypse that no one was prepared for. Hospitals, once beacons of hope, transformed into terrifying scenes of suffering. Overflowing with the sick and dying, the air thick with the stench of sweat, vomit and fear. Doctors and nurses, their faces etched with exhaustion and terror, worked tirelessly, their efforts futile against the relentless onslaught. People, their faces pale and drawn, coughed violently in crowded waiting rooms. Their pleas for help drowned out by the cacophony of suffering. Every cough, every wheeze was a chilling reminder of the invisible enemy that was slowly suffocating the world. The world outside these hospitals fared no better. Streets, once bustling with life, stood eerily deserted. Abandoned cars, their horns blaring a mournful symphony, littered the roads. Buildings, once symbols of human endeavor, stood empty, their hollow eyes reflecting the desolation. The world was unraveling. The very fabric of society, held together by threads of trust and hope, was tearing apart at the seams. Governments, caught off guard and ill-prepared, scrambled to contain the invisible enemy. Borders slammed shut, cities locked down, but the disease, like a phantom, slipped through the cracks, leaving a trail of death and despair in its wake. The internet, once a hub of information and entertainment, became a breeding ground for fear and misinformation. Conspiracy theories flourished, fanning the flames of panic and distrust. The world, starved for answers, clung to any shred of hope, no matter how outlandish it seemed. With each passing day, the death toll climbed, reaching unimaginable heights. The world watched in horror as the virus, like a reaper, claimed its victims indiscriminately, leaving behind a world teetering on the brink of collapse. The old world was gone. The world of bustling cities, laughter and love was nothing but a distant memory. In its place, a nightmare had taken root, a nightmare that was quickly becoming reality. Where is everyone? The lucky ones died quickly, their suffering mercifully short-lived. Others lingered, their bodies ravaged by the disease, their minds tormented by the knowledge that their loved ones were gone. The world had become a graveyard, haunted by the ghosts of billions. Those who remained, hardened by unimaginable loss and driven by primal instinct, scavenged for scraps, their hollow eyes reflecting the desolate landscape. Trust was a luxury they could no longer afford. Survival was the only law that governed their lives. The remnants of civilization crumbled, their foundations eroded by fear and desperation. Governments toppled, their power structures rendered meaningless in the face of such overwhelming chaos. The old world, the world of order and control, was gone, replaced by a brutal fight for survival. In the end, the virus did what no war, no natural disaster could ever achieve. It brought humanity to its knees, stripping away the veneer of civilization and exposing the raw, primal core that lay beneath. The earth, once teeming with life and vibrant with color, was now a barren wasteland, scarred by the ravages of the pandemic. Cities, once symbols of human ingenuity and progress, lay in ruins, their skeletal remains reaching towards the unforgiving sky. Silence hung heavy in the air, broken only by the mournful howl of the wind as it whistled through the empty streets. The air, once filled with the sounds of life, was now sterile, devoid of even the chirping of insects. The earth was holding its breath, mourning the loss of its dominant species. The remnants of humanity, scattered and broken, clung to the fringes of existence, haunted by the ghosts of their past. They moved through the ruins of their world like phantoms, their eyes reflecting the emptiness that surrounded them. The Earth had endured 5 mass extinctions before, each one wiping the slate clean, allowing life to begin anew. This time was no different. The planet would heal, life would find a way, but for humanity, this was the end. But even in the face of such desolation, a flicker of hope remained. Deep within a hidden bunker, a group of scientists worked tirelessly, their faces illuminated by the glow of computer screens. They were humanity's last hope, their minds racing against time to find a cure, a way to reverse the devastation. Their research was painstakingly slow, each failure a crushing blow, yet they persisted, driven by the belief that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit could endure. They carried the weight of a dying world on their shoulders, their every action a prayer for redemption. The future was uncertain, the path ahead fraught with danger, but even in the ruins of their world, amidst the silence of extinction, the embers of hope refused to be extinguished. For as long as there was life, there was hope. The hope that one day humanity might rise again from the ashes of its own destruction.